Okay, Mr. 6507 here. I'm gonna try and figure this out. This is a CT6 illuminated rear trim piece. And on today's video, we're gonna try and install this in my CT6. I'm going off of this printout from the Cadillac forum. If you just search illuminated rear trunk sill, you'll get this. Like someone with bells, stuck his on his by himself. He bought it for 150 bucks on eBay. I got mine for like 200. Goes for 270 on the accessory store. But we're gonna try and follow these vague instructions and then get it down with video so that other people can actually follow it on their own. Okay, what you're gonna need for this probably is a spudger, so you don't want to scratch your plastic. Alternatively, you can use a big wide screwdriver. You need a T45 Torx and some kind of socket to put into your Torx. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to come down here. I have to flip the camera around. And right here, there's a cover that goes over the center of that. So when you take that off, there's your bolt. On the same side over here, we don't have it covered. It's been scratched up because this car was used as an airport car. You pull up the lever here, and chances are you could probably get it out with your fingers like I did on the other side. So I'm going to pause the video. I thought I was going to leave it here. We'll work at it. See right there, just like that. You put the screwdriver in the top, put something underneath here, or use a spudger, pulls right out. Save these for later, they don't come with your new one. I'm going to take out the bolt here. It's probably going to be me digging for attachments, because I don't think this is 3/4, actually it is. There it is, 3 pieces, and your bolt, and your latch, and that's in your plastic trim. So what we've got here is we've got both sides out. We're going to come around, and according to the paperwork that I left in the house, all we should have to do right now is grab on both sides and pull straight up. There's a clip. One here, one here, one here, one here, one here. It's like any other rear trim piece on any other car. Popping that up to get there. Now you do want to note that this probably does go underneath the floor piece here, so we might need to pick that up to pull on here. I'm going to go double check off the paperwork. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get up your trunk mat cover. And one thing to note, so when you pick up the handle, try to do with your hands. When you pick it up, there's teeth on the bottom. Pick it up, and the teeth holder right there. It's because it's so freaking huge. You'd be fighting with this thing and hold it up. So what I'm going to try and do now I got to find a good camera angle. Yeah, I could wedge it in a spare tire or something, but get you a shot of me pulling this straight vertically up. Okay, so no broken clips, which is good. It doesn't come straight vertically out. You have to come out and then rotate this bottom piece here, pulled towards the inside of the trunk. When that rotates, it'll pop up. Hopefully, if your clips aren't from like 20 years from now, they won't all break like it's my old Cavalier or something. So now, what we're gonna need to do is we need to figure out how to get behind this light right here. Oh, bad camera angles. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. We need to get behind this light, and then this illuminated plate will daisy chain off of this light. Okay, if your SD card doesn't fall out, so what you're going to do is, this body clip right here, pulled it out using my handy dandy Walmart nail puller. It's worked for me for body clips here for a while. It might gack them up a little bit, but something I don't care about. What you want to gonna do is there is the light down in here. You can see it on this side. The light is right here. On the very bottom of that, I thought it was a wiring harness. The plug plugs right into the bottom. So I gotta get sight lines on that to figure out how it just pulls out. I'm assuming there's some kind of clip on there I have to undo. And we will go from there. But that is it right there. And the wire plugs directly with the 90 into the bottom of it. And then that will run along, somewhere along here into this trunk piece. So I got the light in my hands right here. And then you're gonna have to do some forensics to figure out how to unclip it. They are replaceable. Basically, there's a clip on each side of it. You'll just want to stick a spudger in and it'll pop right out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the wire at the bottom of this and then daisy chain it. Okay, so if you look at the light, it goes in that way, facing away from you. On this side, there's a hole. You'll just want to push the clip in that hole and it'll slide right out. Again, if your stuff is brittle, I have no idea what's going to shatter here in about 20 years. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you have two connectors here. You have C and you have D. C is going to plug into the existing harness, and D is what you plug that light back into. So we can do that right now. I don't have a tripod to hold this up on camera, but I'll plug it in and get back to you quick. So very easily, this clips back onto here, and then this one you have to mate to the other one, and then you get to have fun figuring out how to run this along probably the inside down here of the trunk trim. So I don't think it's going to make it up and around this clip or anywhere nice. Okay, now after you get all this done, you're going to want to tuck down here on the light. Make sure you push it in evenly. I use the spudger to push the other side in. Don't lose any tools in the gap. And then you gotta, since you've had this open long enough for GM's fancy automatic light turn off system, which has been around since the 90s, to shut your lights off on you, go open and shut your door. This will illuminate. Let's get this nice tape peel on here going. Oh, it's not as stuck on as I hoped it would be. But get the plastic off of it. So now you'll want to align those clips with everything and do the reverse of the install. So let's get that going. So basically you want these clips here to align with the holes down here, and hopefully you don't cut yourself, do anything dumb. Okay, so this is a kind of a pain to put back in. You'll see there's a whole bunch of little metal clips around the edge of here. That is from this brushed aluminum. It gets pushed down in here and those are bent in around the edge of this plastic trim. Those don't latch into anything around the edge. I could have looked at that one to realize it, but they'll scratch your paint underneath here, which you won't really care about, but just be careful of that. And what you'll want to do is you'll take a spudger or a screwdriver, probably be very careful with a screwdriver, pull the trim all the way up here over top of it as you press down on it. That'll get it out of the way. And then all you gotta do is redo these two covers here, put those covers on those covers, and put everything else back in your trunk. Put this thing back down. Okay, now for some glamour shots. Easy. That opens up. Got our lights on. It's in the right spot. It's all aligned. No wires sticking out here. I tucked them back in that way. And I got 3 extra lights across the back of the trunk here, so that when you stick stuff in your nets and you put a blanket on that side and you got stuff overflowing over here, you don't end up over there. There you go, guys. That's the illuminated trunk plate for 2016 through 2020 Cadillac CT6. Fairly easy install, considering that my car is only 4 years old and hasn't had too much broken on her. I don't know how easy these are to find. Dealers are selling them for pretty cheap on eBay, and for about, I don't know, maybe it took me 2 hours, not even that, an hour worth to figure this out and document it. You don't have to shoot all the footage yourself, it's probably not too bad. I gotta go clean that up, and that guy's going on eBay. I'll catch you guys later. Much better lighting across the back here. Plus that looks so cool. And you can see my toolbox all the way in the end, which is pretty nice.